This video is for those of you who are thinking about getting into RVing but haven't made the jump yet. Look how beautiful it is out there. It's morning, it's blue sky, the weather is absolutely beautiful. And that's what I want to talk to you about because when you're in your sticks and bricks or in your regular house and you're looking out the window at the weather, you're not really in it. Now right now it's absolutely beautiful here again, but when you're in an RV, weather is something that you're in, not observing like you would in a house. You know, you're in the house and you look out the window and you go, wow, it's kind of windy out there, or there's a storm coming. Well, when you're in an RV, that kind of windy out there is something you really have to worry about because it can rock and roll your RV, or that storm coming could actually do some damage with hail and all of that. So, for instance, I had no idea how windy the world can actually be until I started RVing. Now, I will say in my first year, my two locations have been in Arizona, in the Yuma area, and up here in the Provo area. And boy, both places can get wind gusts that are just absolutely scary. And, you know, right now, if, watching across the United States, the elements, the weather, is something that RVers are having to deal with more than I think we've had to in the past, because there's just so much more of it. The weather is becoming more extreme. The hots are like, when you're in your house and it's 105 degrees outside and yet it's still 72 degrees inside your house, you kind of moan and groan a little bit, but you're only hot from getting from your home to your work, and then your work, you're probably wearing a sweater because it's still too cold there. But man, when it's 102, 105 in your RV, you're having to deal with, keeping it cool, keeping the refrigerator going. Weather, it's not something to be looked at, it's something to be experienced when you're in an RV. And those of you who have experienced some of what I'm talking about, please comment below and let people know who haven't been in an RV how important weather can be and how it's in the forefront of your thoughts. Because, well, like last night last night I had to turn my RV so that the nose was pointing into the wind, because between 7 and maybe 11 o'clock last night, it really blew here. The wind was such that if it was blowing sideways onto my RV, it would have rocked and rolled that thing a lot. Wouldn't have tipped it over, it wasn't that bad, but it would have, been a little shaky over through the night, so I had to point the nose into the wind and kind of slipstream it a little bit. So the weather is something that, like right now, it's absolutely 100% gorgeous, and I wouldn't have experienced anything like this if I were sitting inside of a house that's air conditioned and all that. But weather, something that needs to be in your mind when you're thinking about getting an RV. Can you handle extremes of weather? Can you handle wind? Can you handle dust? Can you handle heat? Can you handle rain? Can you handle crazy snow when it's not supposed to be snowing and up in the mountains? Just, it's in the top maybe 5 maybe the top 3 of things you have to consider when you're getting an RV is the weather. And I'm not seeing too many people talk about it. And I've been talking about how wonderful it is when I'm filming, but maybe next time I'll film when in the 30-40 mile an hour winds and let you know that it's not always that wonderful. All right, so just if you're thinking about getting an RV, think about, can you handle the weather? Because it is going to be one of the things you're going to have to think about. So I'll keep posting if you keep watching. Thank you so much. Bye.